Hi, everybody. Welcome to Paste Studio on the Road. We're here in Nashville at Jaan's house right now. This show is brought to you by our friends at Show X, which gives musicians control over their own ticketing. We're live right now with Dan Tyminski. Dan, it's great to see you again, man. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much. So happy to be here. Huge crowd. Keep it down, people. No, everybody's great here. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of this today.
Yeah, of course, man. I'm trying to ease you back into real world shows. I know you've got a big one coming up on Friday at the Opry.
Man, there's always, it's always exciting to get to play, but when you consider the little time we've just gone through, getting back out in front of people and playing has become a much bigger deal. So I'm really, really excited to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, it's always great to have you on. And what do you feel like doing first today?
First, oh man, if we're going right into it, then the first thing I'm going to do is probably the song. Well, not probably, easily the song that has been better to me than anything in my life so far. It's been, I hate to admit, 20 plus years ago now, I got to be a part of the movie Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And with the Coen brothers and T-Bone Burnett and just an all-star, acoustic lineup that did this record. And I got to do what became the song of songs for me. So if I'm going to start with anything, it's going to be the one that was best to me out of all the songs. That's Man of Constant Sorrow. I'm going to try it for you. Constant sorrow all through his day. Well, I am a man of constant sorrow. Well, I've seen trouble all my day. Well, I have bid farewell to old Kentucky, the place where I was born and raised. The place where he was born and raised. Well, for 6 long years I've been in trouble, but no pleasure here on earth I found. For in this world I'm bound to ramble, I have no friends to help me now. Well, he has no friends to help him now. Well, it's fare thee well, my own true lover. I never expect to see you again. For I'm bound to ride that Northern Railroad. Perhaps I'll die upon this train. Perhaps he'll die upon this train. You can bury me in some deep valley for many years where I may lay. Well, then you may learn to love another while I am sleeping in my grave. While he is sleeping in his grave. Well, maybe your friends think I'm just a stranger. My face you never will see no more. But there is one promise that is given. I'll meet you on God's golden shore. Well, he'll meet you on God's golden shore. Oh, yeah. Gosh. I almost ripped my thumb off on that last little. That was, audio will have a good time with that one. Thank you, audio.
Well, man, it is always such a pleasure to have you on. Thanks for coming and doing this out here on the deck today. And let's talk about the Tony Rice tribute EP. It's coming out very, very soon. There's just a massive lineup of guest artists and collaborators on it.
I hate the way this particular project came about because, as most everyone knows, we lost lost one of the greats over this past year, who was my guitar hero, my musical hero, my singing hero. I mean, I credit him with the reason I'm playing music at all. You know, the stuff that he did that introduced me to bluegrass music has never left me, and he's my eternal benchmark of what greatness is. You know, he was the pinnacle. So it made sense that I would try to put something together in a way that would, you know, try not to completely imitate him, but to pay homage to someone so influential in my life. So I'm putting together a few songs to release with some friends and heroes. I mean, some of the people who played with Tony back in the day, Jerry Douglas and Sam Bush and Todd Phillips, you know, that people will know from Manzanita and all that stuff. Some newcomers, or newer comers compared to Tony. Molly Tuttle, doing a song with Molly. I think she's just great. And Billy Strings, who is just, I mean, flat picker extraordinaire, singer extraordinaire. I mean, he's so great. It was really fun to get some of those people together and do it in a way where I could still pay tribute to Tony. So I can only imagine, by where we're going to do a Tony Rice song next. And you know, I have a couple duets that, as you can see if you pan right here, my duet partner's not here with me, so we're going to do I'm going to do a different song than one that I have some of the guest stars on. One that I'm going to do that I'm doing just by myself on this EP. This is it's on the record that made me want to play music in the first place. This is a song that I heard when I was 12 years old, and or it was on the record that I heard when I was 12 years old. It made me stop in my tracks, this whole record. But this is a Tony song a lot of people don't do. I'm going to try it for you. It's called 10 Degrees. He was standing by the highway with a sign that just said mother, when he heard a driver coming about a half a mile away. So he held his sign up higher so no decent soul could miss it. It was 10 degrees or colder down by Boulder Dam that day. Well, it was out in Arizona when he heard the lady listening to each word that he was singing, to each line that he would write. So he sat down by her table and they talked about the weather, 98.6 and rising down by Boulder Dam that night. And she told him she would take him for a ride in the morning sun. Back in Boulder, well, he had told her, I don't know when I've had a better friend. Well, now he's traded off his Martin, but his troubles are not over, for his feet are almost frozen and the sun is sinking low. Won't you listen to me, brother? If you ever loved your mother, please pull off on the shoulder if you're going Milwaukee way. It's 10 degrees and getting colder down by Boulder Dam today.
Thank you, Dan. Man,
thank you.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us, and we'll stay tuned for details when there's a specific release date. It sounds like it's out in
we're getting close. We're sneaking. It's sneaking up. I get really nervous when it gets close because that means it's for real and I don't get to work on it anymore. But we're looking soon. Yeah,
good. Well, we'll stay tuned, man. I can't wait to hear the studio version of it. It sounded tremendous out here on the deck. So thank you.
Thank you.
I heard you and Jaan geeking out a little bit about whiskey before when we were offline before the session. Can we talk about? Have you made any recent discoveries or bottles that you're particularly excited about in your collection right now?
There is always a bottle I'm particularly excited about. Man, it's hard to name them. I feel bad even naming any because it turns out, you know, I'm a fairly newcomer to the bourbon game. And what I've discovered is, man, I have a very wide palette. I like a lot of different ones. I'll tell you what I had last night. Last night I was particularly good mood. I broke out a bottle of an old decanter bottle of Old Fitz. So I'll throw out an Old Fitz for those who like some weededs, some weeded bourbon. I like Old Fitz. I like so many. It's crazy. If anyone's just looking to send me bourbon, Eagle Rare 17 would be my preferred. I don't know which camera to look at, but I'm going to try to hit them all so they really can feel my heart. Eagle Rare 17. That's what you just shipped my way, and we're friends forever. Backstage passes from now on. We'll hang out, go for moonlit walks. It'll be amazing.
Good. And potentially a whiskey house hang. We got to do a whiskey house hang with 3,000 bottles last night, of which we got to sample about 12 of them. So, yeah, man, it's been a fun visit to Nashville so far. And you've got let's see, what's coming up third today?
Say your question again. I was tuning. I don't know if anyone can hear me, but it's what you do if you play bluegrass music. You got to tune a little bit extra because it's a meaner music.
Yeah, I was just asking, what's the third song coming up today?
Third song. Well, you were talking about whiskey, so I started tuning up because I've got a whiskey song that won't be on this next project, but it'll be on the project following this one up, which I also am working on. This is a song I wrote with a really good friend of mine. Monty Criswell is his name, and every time I get an idea, I call Monty, and he manages to come to the house and pick my brain apart and make it make sense. And I wanted to write a whiskey song, so. And I wanted to write it in tune. The sun went down and my guitar's going crazy now.
Yeah, dude, I'm making camera adjustments over here too.
But it feels really nice. You people should be here right now. No kidding. This is as good as it gets in Tennessee. No kidding. This weather right now.
I was expecting thunderstorms, man. When we were looking at the weather coming down here, it looked like it was going to be thunderstorms all week, and then we lucked out. It's just perfect.
It wouldn't dare. Okay, we'll try the whiskey song. This is wrote this just a little while back, pretty recently. This is called "Keep Your Eye on Kentucky." Trails of whiskey brown, smell of sweet temptation, curves all up and down the road to my salvation. And she sings to me with every note in perfect harmony. And off I go, keep your eye on Kentucky, where the hollers and the hills are bluegrass green. 'Cause tonight I'm feeling lucky, 'cause there ain't no place that I would rather be. Up on Heaven Hill I'll go for roses wild, floating down Knob Creek in a maker's redneck style. So drop me on the back porch, just me and Elmer T, or let me breathe the angel share with Pappy and Jim Beam. And I'll drag out my old banjo and pick one fast and drink one slow. Keep your eye on Kentucky, where the hollers and the hills are bluegrass creek. 'Cause tonight I'm feeling lucky, and there ain't no place that I would rather be. Up on Heaven Hill I'll go for roses wild, floating down Knob Creek in a maker's redneck style. So come on down, don't drag your toes, we'll pick you up if you're feeling low. Keep your eye on Kentucky, where the hollers and the hills are bluegrass creek. 'Cause tonight I'm feeling lucky, and there ain't no place that I would rather be. Up on Heaven Hill I'll go for roses wild, floating down Knob Creek in a maker's redneck style. Keep your eye on Kentucky. Keep Kentucky.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Yeah, we nailed that.
You know, that's
nailed
a
that
band
segue.
song. It's so funny, like I start playing them by myself and I go, okay, there's a break there. What if I just skip the break and go ahead? And then as I'm playing, I'm going, that sounds really weird to me. And then I'm thinking, what did I have for breakfast? And it's like my mind is going everywhere during that song. I hope I got the words out. I think I did. But yeah, Kentucky. Keep your eye on it. I hear there's a lot of bourbon there.
The feeling came across very clearly to here on the deck, to all of us actually here in person, and I'm positive it came across that way to the internet as well. So,
yay, internet!
Thank you for sharing. And your songwriting recently-ish. I mean, have you found the things that you've written lately to have been affected by the way the world is right now? I mean, we're getting back to normal a little bit, but you know, everyone has had that similar experience of being isolated. Has your songwriting responded to that at all lately?
You know, it's funny because I think that I was writing about this situation before the situation actually came about. I wrote a song with my friend Jaan McConnell, who is just an amazing singer, songwriter, artist. If you're not familiar with Jaan, I'm giving him a shout out. Go check out Jaan McConnell. And I had played him some songs that I was working on that I was going to do on an album I did a little while back for Universal called Southern Gothic. It had some different styles of music and some different, subject matter. And we were talking about writing, something that would fit for that record. And ultimately we wrote it a little bit too late to make it on that record. But I'd like to try this song for you because I think it's just one of those songs I think you can relate to with or without what's happened to us this past couple years. And I know my lady's at home watching, and she will be really happy if I did this song. This is one of her faves. This is called Wait on the Levee. I saw a field of crosses, a servant with a crown. Say your prayers and cut your losses. Brothers, lay your burden down. And all you sons and daughters, you cry just like you sing to your mothers and your fathers, a choir of suffering. You better get ready. Let's wait on the levee. I've been drinking too much, trying to wash the trouble down. And I've seen a little too much to think it's gonna turn around. The devil's in the details, and Lord, it looks like rain. Staring at the sky, waiting on a sign, bracing for the hurricane. Silent apparition, an angel with no tongue, led me through a vision where all the days were done. And all the sky was darkness and all the seas were dry. No bell inside the steeple, with no children left to cry. You better get ready. Wait on the levee. I've been drinking too much, trying to wash the trouble down. And I've seen a little too much to think it's gonna turn around. The devil's in the details, and Lord, it looks like rain. Staring at the sky, waiting on a sign, bracing for the hurricane. Staring at the sky, waiting on a sign, bracing for the hurricane. You better get ready, hey. You better get ready, hey.
right.
Thank you.
Man, this is a lot of fun, man. This is exactly what I want to be doing with my Wednesday afternoon, so thank you for facilitating, Dan. And you've got a big show coming up at the Opry. It was a wonderful way to get back out into the world. Can you talk to us a little bit about what people are going to see if they come out to the show on Friday?
It's one of my favorite places to be. The Opry, I remember being like, it was the biggest deal when I moved to Nashville. Well, even before I moved to Nashville, when I started playing with Alison Krauss, now it's 8 years ago, when we would do Opry appearances, like that was, I remember, thinking that was it. That was the pinnacle of getting to play music in a place like that, and to still get to be doing it. I'm always overjoyed, when I get an Opry shot, because that place still, people are going to think I'm crazy. It still gives me goosebumps, when I'm there and I think about what's gone on there and the history and what they mean to music, and I love it. So I never know what to do. This is one of the weird interims where I'm not bringing a full band. Most times when I would do that show, I would have my bluegrass guys with me. We would be, throwing down on the banjos and fiddles. I'm going to do this one by myself, and we're still trying to think about the songs we're trying to do. I have a song that I think I'm going to try to put on the set list. We'll see. I'll use you guys as the guinea pigs. I'm going to see if I can get through this one here. Maybe we try this one. Maybe we try this one tomorrow night. I'd like to do a song that really is just a couple weeks old. I wrote this just a little while ago with my good buddy Ira Dean. Ira, if you're out there watching, hey, this was a good one. I had this title in my mind, and I called Ira because in my mind he was the one who was going to go down this path with me the best. But it started on my back deck, similar to where we're at here. I was talking with my lady, and we're going through some changes in what's going on. Switched booking agents, management, went over to Vector, which has thrilled me, by the way, and my good man Ben Kitterman, who's
hey Ben
has been in the crowd. Ben, you're way back in the crowd. I can barely see you, buddy, but I love you. And she was asking me, well, if you're going through all this stuff, do you need new bios? I said, they pretty much have everything. She goes, well, do you want to condense it down? She goes and she was just messing with me. And I think she posed it like this. She goes, well, just describe yourself in one breath, as few words as possible. And I was sitting there with, smoking my cigar, out on the back deck, polluting our neighborhood with cigar smoke. And I said, I'm a God-fearing heathen. And she said, a God-fearing heathen? Well, I don't even know what that is. I said, neither do I, but I'm writing a song about it, and it's going to be with Ira Dean. And this is the song that we ended up writing, and this is my truth. What can I say? Well, I've cursed at Jesus with smoke on my breath. I gave him every reason to leave me for dead. Thank God he didn't, 'cause I swear I believe there's a place up in heaven for God-fearing heathens like me. I know the streets of gold ain't just paid for the souls of the straight-walking saints that don't swear, smoke, or drink. It's for the losers and the winners, the hard-living sinners, and God-fearing heathens like me. Well, I've danced with my demons when there's no place to run. I could have stood in the darkness and loaded the gun. But thank God I didn't, 'cause I swear I believe there's a place up in heaven for God-fearing heathens like me. And I know those streets of gold ain't just paid for the souls of the straight-walking saints that don't swear, smoke, or drink. It's for the losers and the winners, the hard living sinners and God-fearing heathens like me. Now I've cursed at Jesus with smoke on my breath. I gave him every reason to leave me for dead.
Dan, thank you so much for sharing the music today. We'll very much stay tuned for when the Tony Rice tribute EP is available. It's just a monster lineup, some of my personal favorites, man. I can't wait for it to come out, and have a wonderful show on Friday, man.
Thank you so much, and again for having me. I dig it. Thank you so much.
All right, man. I'll see you next time.